Hello AP Scholars, this is Ms. Carboni detailing your major assignment for this particular unit. This video will also walk you through the expectations for your classwork today, Friday, October 31st. And you may have guessed that your major assignment for this particular unit is a Canterbury Tales character chart. You should have accessed this in your Shared With Me folder through your Google Drive. An email was also sent to you with a link to your individual assignment. The chart itself will be due as a whole when we complete our reading of the prologue. However, both Mr. Hayes and I will periodically check your progress, as after we have completed discussion of each character, you should have completed work on the character chart. There are three major categories on the character chart itself. As you get acquainted with it, these categories will become more clear to you as well. First, we have the pilgrims labeled for you, and as you can see by scrolling through the document, every single pilgrim who is a part of the prologue is on this chart already for you. The first section that you have is to identify meaningful lines from the section related to that particular character, which show Chaucer's tone towards that pilgrim. You are expected to type out the lines and put them in quotation marks. As you are utilizing a direct quote from the work, you should also write the page number and the line number within parentheses. Below that, you are expected to offer a mini analysis of the importance of those lines, where you should identify the tone that Chaucer has and support how those lines show that inference. This should be completed in a mini paragraph, about 3 to 5 sentences. The next category is loosely related to the physical description of the pilgrim. You should have textual evidence for all of these pieces. However, that textual evidence does not need to be written out as a direct quote. You can certainly just refer to the line numbers for these pieces. Within here, you may want to consider the clothing that the pilgrim is wearing, the age of the pilgrim. You also want to consider any distinguishing features that the pilgrim may have, and in this category you want to also note the profession that the pilgrim has. Pay attention to the evaluation that Chaucer places on each individual pilgrim's profession, in terms of how good they are at what they do or how they might not be living up to the expectations of their profession. This section can be completed as using bullet points or dashes as you see fit. The final section here is asking you to analyze the personality traits of each individual pilgrim. Any inferences you make should be based on textual evidence. Once again, you do not need to list out all of the textual evidence. However, you do want to support the inferences by noting a specific line that leads you to that inference. If you feel like you will be able to support your inferences, you may do this piece in bullet points. Otherwise, using phrases and incomplete sentences is okay as well. Do what you need to do to convey the personality traits of this pilgrim, as well as showing the support of textual evidence. Here is the line breakdown of the entire prologue to help remind you of where we are within the reading. This may also be something that you want to type in the columns of the pilgrim section here, so that you note that the knight is discussed lines 43 through 78. That might help you refocus some of your pieces. As a reminder, this is an independent assignment. All of the work on your character's chart should be your own. There may be some overlap in what you write down for physical features or personality traits and what your peers write down based upon the discussions we have in class and the analysis that is offered. However, no two character charts should have anything within them that are identical. Certainly, your mini analysis of tone should be uniquely yours. Since this character chart is not due for more than a week, this may seem like a procrastinator's dream. However, the big difference between this character chart and those we have previously completed is that as soon as we have read about and analyzed the knight in class, your section related to the knight should be complete. This goes for every single character who is on this chart. You have the time that remains in class today to continue working on your character chart for the Canterbury Tales. Before class on Monday, I do expect that you have basic information in each of the categories for each of the pilgrims listed below: the knight, the squire, the yeoman, the prioress, the monk, and the friar. We will discuss these pilgrims more in depth in class, but you still need to have information in your chart. Enjoy your work with this. Any questions that you have about this assignment will be addressed in class on Monday.